Speaking of hard not to make a case for the over, this next game, Kent State, Central Michigan. Central Michigan, 2.5 point home favorites here, 72.5, 73 being the total in this one. I'm going to be on Kent if I'm betting this game. Kent's my team. I've got a 12-1 shot on the Kent State Golden Flashes to win the MAC. So maybe I'm a little bit biased because, I really like this team a lot going into the year. And I thought they had a shot at that price to win the conference. And they're certainly on pace. They control their own destiny in the MAC East Division right now. They are leading the East Division side of the Mid-American Conference right now at 4-1 conference record. So it's all in Kent State's hands. They win the East Division. They're at the very least in the MAC championship game. And then all I need them to do at that point is win that title game. And there you go. They could be MAC champions. And the reason why is their offense. I mean, their defense is still shaky, but man, they can absolutely strike and strike quickly. How many times do we see in the win against Northern Illinois last week? 52-47. Game flies over the total. How many times did we see Kent State score like 30-second drive or a minute 20 drive and they're in the end zone again? I mean, they can just score so quickly. They can score from anywhere on the field. Dustin Crum at quarterback's been terrific. He can run with the football a bit. He's athletic, a dual threat, terrific throwing the ball, 322 through the air. They've got an incredible duo at running back, Xavier Williams and Marquez Cooper. Outstanding backs for Kent State. They did damage against a Northern Illinois team that's not that bad defensively, and they still couldn't stop Kent State once they got rolling in that game. A terrific receiving core, too, with Jashawn Polk and, of course, Dante Cephas, who's outstanding in the passing game for Kent State. That's a lot of weapons, and I know Central got the upset last week against Western Michigan, but Central to me, Western Michigan, we've talked about how they've had a up and down year. They lost to Northern Illinois before that. They had a loss to Miami on the road earlier this season. On the road, for the second straight week they're back home here, I should say, Central Michigan. But I think Kent State's got the capabilities to win the game. I still think they're better than Central. And that's not to take anything away from Central, but you look at Central in terms of the quarterback position, they're not getting a ton still from Daniel Richardson. It's a team that really relies on running the football. The passing game's been kind of spotty at times for this Central Michigan team. Will they be able to run the football here? Quite possibly, because Kent State's run defense is allowing almost 5 yards per carry and almost 200 rushing yards per game. It's going to be another shootout. Like, I would not talk anyone out of betting the over here, 73.5, 74. Now, maybe keep your eye on the weather. Tuesday night, early November in Michigan. Sometimes you get, weather can be an issue, especially with wind. But if there's no wind in the forecast, this should be another back and forth shootout, much like we saw with Kent State, Northern Illinois last week. So I like the over a little bit. And I see a couple +3s out there. At +3, I'm taking Kent. I believe in this team. And when you got a team that can score as quickly and as efficiently as they do, and you can get them as an underdog, that's always an interesting betting proposition for me. What do you think here, C-Mac? Kent State, Central Michigan.
Yeah, wait and see if you can get a 3. The problem here with me is, it's kind of Kent State, and I'd wait to get a 3 because here's a team in Central Michigan I don't want to lay points, even 2.5. This is just teams that I want to take points. I don't really want to lay them even this short here. Kent State's defense is bad. We'll see, though. Once they've got into MAC play, the over's been live here. The games have been shootouts. Early on, they were 5 straight unders because they had the totals in these Kent State games, at 72, 71, and they were playing Iowa, Maryland, and they all went under. Now they're in MAC play. They're starting to go over. So it's tough for me. There could be points, and this could fly over. I'd only be on Kent State. I know their run defense is bad. Central's going to run it on them. They're going to score. So I just lean to them as a small dog here, and I'll probably stay off the total because in this game it's just a ton of points. You start getting 73, that's where I start backing out a little bit.
Yeah, there's some games I feel that way. And then there are some games that are North Carolina, Wake Forest on Saturday, and it's like, wow.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was over. I took the over, and you got to just go with it, until Billy shootout.
And that would ended up with 113 points or whatever. This could be 113 points again in this game. Maybe not quite that many, but we got 99. They pulled Northern Illinois into a 99-point game last week, 52-47. So there's definitely shootout potential here with these two teams.